On today's episode, I talk about Facebook newsfeed changes, the type of content you should be posting on Facebook moving forward, and how to get your employees engaged in your Facebook content strategy. Welcome everybody to the DISRUPTu show, the funeral profession's most disruptive web show. This is episode 36. We've got a great episode with 3 extremely timely questions that came through this week, so a lot of value, and I'm gonna get surprised with different objects thrown at me. I'm gonna continue to say spud me because I do feel that I will get a potato at some point, but I'm not sure. So all of these questions have been asked by you, so we are answering them. Make sure, a reminder, March 27th, 3 p.m., we're going to be doing a free Facebook Live webinar all about Facebook strategy and content for funeral homes with the major newsfeed changes that Facebook is dropping over the next few weeks and coming months. That webinar is going to be extremely valuable, and it is 1 bajillion% free. So be watching for more information on that. Mark it on your calendar, March 27th, 3 p.m. Eastern time. All right, without any further delay, let's get into it. Spud me. Okay, we got a t-shirt. What do we got? What is this t-shirt? Oh, sweet, yes. Our last responder t-shirt. That reminds me, the store is back open. cdthreads.bigcartel.com. They'll put that web address down here. I'll tell you what, we're going to do a contest. Anyone that comments on this video down below with either a question or says, send me that shirt, we'll pick somebody and we will send you a free last responder shirt. Or you know what? We'll just let you pick out 1 free item out of our store. We just had 2 new t-shirt designs drop. So, all right, the question. What are the recent Facebook news changes or newsfeed changes? So we did a live webinar earlier this week where we talked about the recent Facebook news changes, newsfeed changes, and what they mean for funeral homes. But to kind of give you the Cliff Notes version, Facebook released information last Thursday about newsfeed changes they're going to be making. The nuts and bolts of it are you are going to be seeing more content from friends and family in the newsfeed and less content from brands and business pages. Do not freak out because this is not the end of the world. Actually, this is extremely valuable for the funeral homes that are already creating valuable content and content that is creative and not content that was just bought from somebody and they're automating it onto Facebook. So Facebook is going to be giving priority to content in the newsfeed from friends and family. And then the next metric that they're weighing is the amount of conversation that is happening around that content. So if you are a brand, funeral home, which you are a brand, or a company in the funeral profession, and you are putting out content that is getting a lot of conversation, and there are comments and there are replies and there's engagement, you've got nothing to worry about. If you're creating great, organic, original content, this is not an update that you should be worried about, and it should absolutely excite you because you've got the ability now to stand out, because the majority of funeral homes are just putting out crap content, and that's just it. Facebook is going to treat crap content as exactly what it is, crap content. This is the end of businesses being able to do the gimmicky memes and getting a lot of followers and the humor content that provides 0 value back to the user. Facebook basically wants the interactions and engagement that consumers have on Facebook to be positive. So when they leave, their experience on Facebook was valuable and not one that was just mediocre. So they've done a lot of studies and they feel like the experience users are having on Facebook right now is mediocre, and they want to increase meaningful engagement, and by doing that and increasing social interactions, they get more conversation. So content that is getting more conversation is going to be content that is elevated and shown favor in the news feed. So yes, news feed changes are big, but if you are creative and you are really focusing on your user, this will not pose you any problems because you'll be able to craft content that is valuable and speaks directly to them. All right, question 2, spud me. Yes, we actually got a spud. The spuds are back. And the question is, what content will be most valuable on Facebook moving forward? So I've kind of answered this already. It's going to be the organic content, the content that is real, the content that is focused on you, the content that is transparent, humanizes your brand. It shows real people in your firm in the post. And it's not just some random old couple holding hands on the beach and a grief and inspirational quote. Like, that is not the content anymore that's going to be getting the engagement. And it really wasn't the content before that was getting the engagement, yet that's what everybody is selling you. I'll tell you this, obituaries are not going, if they weren't valuable before, they are going to be far less valuable now because they are not the content that's creating the engagement. Now, caveat side, I've always said this. If you are a funeral home right now that is putting out obituary content and that obit content is getting a lot of engagement and it's getting conversation and it is valuable, by all means keep doing it. If you are a small town funeral home and everybody in your town cares about Grandma Betty and you get that engagement around your obituaries, absolutely keep doing this. But for the other 95% of you watching that are just automating the obits from your website, and the image that automates with them is just the image of a flower and it's really small thumbnail and no one's commenting, no one's liking, no one's sharing, stop. It's only going to hurt the other content you put out more. So content that is extremely organic in real time and focused on your firm. So content about what you're doing in the community, content supporting law enforcement and things that are happening in your community, content around holidays and special days that are real time that you can get pictures of your staff doing something. For example, one of the most engaging posts that we did last year with our clients was National Pizza Day. And I know it sounds hokey, but here's the deal. When the hashtag National Pizza Day is trending on Facebook and we are creating content that's using that hashtag and people are commenting with their favorite local restaurant to eat pizza at, that is the dialogue and the conversation that Facebook wants to see. That content is going to have favor in the newsfeed. It's going to reach more people. You're going to have to pay less for it, and you're going to win because you are creating value. And that attention you're getting from that post allows you to then leverage that for lead driving later that is going to be valuable and cost you less to convert. So all of these hokey content from sorority girls, you know what? It's super valuable if you understand the way that Facebook works and you understand how to leverage the platform and the tools that are available for you. So don't disregard something because it may sound hokey. If it's getting engagement, it's going to be massively valuable if you know how to leverage that engagement. So content that is real, just focus on you and your day-to-day and your staff and what you do day in and day out and what you do in your community, and start capturing that and putting it online. You will see an increase in engagement and value in your Facebook page. Okay, last question. Spud me. Okay, ping pong paddle. Yes, we do have a ping pong table in the office. It gets very heated. We do have one person who excels at ping pong. Some could say they don't work as much as others and they play a lot of ping pong, but you know, it's not me. So Sean, all right, so what role should our employees play in our Facebook strategy? So this is a massively important question, because right now, again, Facebook is going to be showing favor to content in the newsfeed that creates conversation. Your best social advocates are your employees. Encouraging your staff to engage with the content that your funeral home puts out is going to have major upside, because immediately when you put that content out and 5 of your staff are going and engaging with it, liking it, commenting on it, sharing it to their personal profile, and it's getting engagement there, that is absolutely going to elevate the reach of your content immediately, and that is going to be extremely valuable, because Facebook does not know whether or not they're an employee of your firm, and you do not get penalized for that. Engagement is engagement. So So if you can use your staff to spread your content further organically, where you don't have to pay, you can tap into their local friend base and network, you are going to be able to elevate your content and see a lot of upside from that without having to pay Facebook to do it. So absolutely encourage your staff to engage with your Facebook content by liking, commenting, and sharing on it. You also would want to set some guidelines of how your staff should use Facebook. One thing you cannot do is limit somebody's freedom of speech. That is a right that is honored across Facebook. However, if that employee is tagging your funeral home as their place of employment, then everything that they do on Facebook is a representation of your business. So it is important that you have guidelines in place of how you want them to engage. You can't tell them you can't do this, you can't say that, but you can tell them you can say this and you can say this, and this is how we want you to engage with our content, and give them the roadmap for doing so. If you need help with that, we absolutely can help you put together a strategy and plan for how your employees should engage with your Facebook content and your social strategy in general. We can also do training on how they should use Facebook to, one, leverage their personal brand for business good, but also leverage their interactions on Facebook for business good, which is going to benefit your firm massively. So every employee at your funeral home should absolutely be a part of your social media strategy, whether it is featuring them in content and getting them to share it, or having them answer questions that are asked by family and recording a video of that and sharing it to introduce them to the community, creating images around them, but also getting them to engage with that content that you put out is massively important. Some of our clients who have the best social interactions and create the most conversation around the content we're putting out for them are firms where their entire staff engages with that content and shares it. Because the content's so valuable and personal that we're putting out and very transparent, the employee is super comfortable sharing it because it provides value again to their network. So absolutely you should have a plan in place for how your employees engage with your social media content, specifically your Facebook content. And then you should absolutely have a Facebook ad strategy in place with that, because when you do feature your employees and there's a lot of organic engagement from it, you can boost that content, get more eyeballs and more attention for less money. So extremely important to understand Facebook ads as well. But getting your staff engaged in social media is a recommended absolute must. All right, that wraps up episode 36 of DISRUPTu. Thank you for your attention. Again, if you want to win a free Last Responders t-shirt or any other t-shirt that we have put in our store, and help me out, what are there, 7 or 8 different shirts now in the store?
We have 5 available right now.
Okay, wrong. We have 5 different t-shirt designs available in the Again, here's the URL, cdthreads.bigcartel.com. 5 t-shirt items. Comment below with a question, or say a response to this video, or I want that shirt. We will pick somebody out of the comments. You will get a free coupon code to go order any one item out of our CD Threads store. So thank you for your attention. Keep sending us your questions. If you want a question answered on a certain object, send us that object and we'll write a question on it. We'll throw the address up here at the end. So until next time, keep disrupting. All right, don't forget, March 27th, 3 p.m., mark it down on your calendar. We are doing a Facebook Live webinar. So we're doing a webinar on Facebook Live through our Disrupt Media Facebook page. So make sure you go there, like our page, and mark on your calendar, March 27th, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Facebook Live webinar, 1000% free.